Yo. So I mentioned in my previous video that I was in Bullhead City, Arizona, and I was thinking about sticking around for a few days, trying to find some local bars and meet some people and things like that before I headed off to Las Vegas. That's what I ended up doing. I've been here like 4 or 5 days, and it worked itself out. I christened the van last night, my dudes. Met me a nice young lady at a nice dive bar. Nice girl too, and we actually got some Denny's afterwards. We were hanging out getting some food late at night, and we were having a conversation, and it got me to thinking, and I wanted to talk about some stuff. So this girl was just kind of telling me how I guess what I'm doing is like an inspiration to a lot of people, and a lot of people wish that they could just pick up and leave, and they want to, but they just don't. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm an inspiration or anything like that. Obviously, I'm just some dude who's in his van, so I don't really deserve any credit for it. But it did get me to thinking about how so many people out there try to chase perfection with these van builds and stuff like that. And while that's cool for some people, everybody's journey is different. I think a lot of people forget that this is about the experience of seeing new places and meeting new people. And I think a lot of people kind of get caught up in the build and wanting it to be perfect, and they have to have every single thing in their van absolutely perfect and comfortable and beautiful. And I don't think that's necessary. I mean, I know firsthand it's not, because my van's a piece of crap. I mean, my build it's not impressive. I'm somewhat self-conscious about it. I'm kind of embarrassed, you know, when I pull up next to these $100,000 Sprinter vans and RVs, and I'm in this old beat up Dodge with 1x2s that the curtains are hanging from on the windows, and everything's just made out of 2x4s and plywood. It's not nice at all. But you know what? I have running water. I have a battery that I can run electric things off of when the van's not on. I have a bed. I have a sink. I have a stove. You know, I got everything I need. I can go to the bathroom if I need to in an emergency. You know, I have my clothes in here. I got tools in here. So while my build might not be perfect and it might not be as pretty as a lot of other people's, guess what? I'm out here seeing the world, man. I'm on state number 4 already. I'm about to be on state number 5 when I hit to Vegas. And if I tried to chase perfection, I would never get on the road, ever. Like, I'd spend the rest of my life just trying to build my van out. And I think so many people get caught up in that. I have a friend, actually, who did that exact thing. He's still building out a bus for like a year now. His situation is different because he has a family, he has kids, he has a girlfriend he's going to be living with. So his situation is different. He obviously does need more comfort because there are other people involved. But I guess I'm just using that as an example because I think a lot of other people get caught up in that same thing. They just spend so much time and money and effort just building and building and building, trying to make it perfect. And they just always have another excuse not to get on the road. And I guess I just hope that I could be an inspiration to some of you guys who might have been thinking about getting on the road, but you're maybe afraid to because you think you need to have everything perfect, or you just can't do it without this one thing that you don't have yet. I think if you don't force yourself to do it, at some point, you're never going to do it. I do think there should be a little, like maybe a baseline of things that you do need to have. I mean, you obviously want a place to sleep and a way to cook food and things like that, but you don't need to have everything. You can get on the road. I mean, for instance, when I was on the road when I first got started, I had a UPS mailbox in one state, and I was ordering parts and sending it to that mailbox and picking them up at that mailbox and just building my van like at a camping site. Whatever I had to do, you know, you don't need to do everything before you get on the road. There are ways to do things. It might not be as easy and convenient, but you can get it done. Anyway, I'm gonna head to Vegas in the next day or two, possibly today, maybe tomorrow. I have some friends that I want to meet in Vegas in person for the first time. They're people who I met through the crypto space, through my work that I do. And I just wanted to go to Vegas, obviously, just because I've never been to Vegas before. But it's gonna be cool to meet some friends. And that's about it for this video. I'm not sure if all this information was helpful to you guys, but hopefully it encourages a couple of you at least to get on the road and maybe make that leap that you've been thinking about making. I'm gonna head to Vegas within the next day or two, and when I get there, I will update you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.